this was, I guess it was, yeah, it was August 1901. And we brought the dogs, and there were other men on riding mules and carriages, and we're going down the road. And I remember the fellow next to me saying, "We are going to have that Negro." So we approached the four black men, and they saw, I guess it was like 15, 20 of us whites bearing down on that carriage, in which at least, I don't know, we figured one of them probably had guns, or all of them had guns, but they said they didn't, and it didn't matter because we already had the drop on them, you know. So we all circled around, we engulfed that hack, and tried to pull that bastard, Robin White, tried to pull him out of the carriage, and everybody was saying, like, "We have got to have our boy," and, you know, "I'm going to have that Negro," we would yell. And so Robin White, he fought back, you know. I mean, Jim Pugh, a friend of mine, he had to bring out his pistol and whip him on the head with it, but still, it must have taken, I don't know, like 3 minutes to get him out of his vehicle. And so we took that Negro out of the buggy and told the others to get. And the men driving with him, you know, they were like saying that they wanted to let Robin White go. They were pleading for him, but none of the three, they didn't really try to stop it all that much, because, you know, later they would say to everyone, you know, "Well, they told us to get, and we got," which was true enough. Now the buggy started arriving, and whether they just happened to stumble upon the scene or were active participants, you know, that became some source of controversy later. But anyway, at some point, someone in the crowd was concerned about the other people there and said that if any of these cowards goes and testifies in court about what's about to happen here, that, they would say, "That man will get the same as this damn Negro." So yeah, and I remember I turned at one point and I saw a preacher who was standing there on the ground next to his buggy. He was holding the reins of his horses. He was gripping them, and anyway, we took Robin White and dragged him through the thicket, you know, through this dense undergrowth. It took him about 100 yards down off the road, so that no one could see what was happening, about to happen. So, you know, and near an oak tree, I tied a rope around White's neck, and I passed the other end to Jim Pugh, who climbed up the tree and tied it, and then people helped me. We lifted Robin up as far as we could, and when that rope was, Jim got that rope nice and taut and everything, and then we dropped him, you know, let him go. But the fall didn't kill him. That Robin White, he slowly strangled to death. And when we were all walking back to the road, not a word. Nobody said a word.